Hello and welcome to Bridging the Gap, connecting in a disconnected world. Today I want to speak about inner peace. Coming off of the last episode of anger, I think it's important to think of inner peace in the midst of all the distractions. Our devices, as we like to call them, weapons of mass distraction, take away from our well-being sometimes, give us some worry. Some people call it doom scrolling and what's next. And so as we want to become aware of what's happening around us in the world, we also need to think of how we can keep ourselves balanced and at peace and able to take in the information and find what action, if any, could be done to help combat those challenges. So when we're filtering the noise and thinking of switching the negative to the positive, if we can connect it to the breath and a breathing exercise and or meditation, whatever, of this, how you want to frame it works for you, hopefully this helps in the midst of all that chaos. I like to think of it as our mind's so full and we have this glass of muddy water and we keep shaking it. It looks so muddy and we can't find the clarity, and sometimes we can't stop thinking or obsessing about it. But if we just put the glass down, eventually it settles. And all that stuff that we try to filter out goes through the bottom. So if we think of breathing or meditation as the filter or the lens at which we look through stuff and allow it to just sit there and be at peace, we can then see through the clarity that rises from the murky water as all the dust and dirt settles at the bottom, so that we can have that go away. There's one parable I'd like to learn from, I believe, the Cherokee Native Americans. They were talking about a tale of two wolves. It's a parable of where a grandson asks his grandfather about the fight that he heard about between these two wolves. And the grandfather says, inside of us, there's two wolves. One wolf that's full of anger and envy and regret and greed, and another one that's full of peace, love, and joy, and they're constantly fighting within us. And the grandson asks, well, who wins? And the grandfather replies, the one you feed. So as we're feeding these thoughts and these emotions and these feelings of what's going on within our lives, within our families, within our friends, within our work circles, within our political environment, let's think of the one that we're feeding and make sure that we take the time to also feed the peace, the love, the joy, the kindness, the compassion. So if we'll take this mindful awareness and stillness with us for 5 minutes, I will take a moment to bring up my meditation music. Thank you for your patience, because I'm not All right, so we're going to do it without that today. It'll be a peaceful meditation. Just hear some birds in the background, possibly. They can provide our music. And wherever you are, always think those distractions, the cars coming by us, let them come in and flow back out. So find a restful position. Your feet planted firm or your legs crossed, whatever works for you. Close your eyes or have them gaze downward and start to gently breathe in. And release the breath as we allow the cool air to come through our nose and gently breathe back out. As we breathe out, we're going to think of releasing all the negative energy, any of the thoughts that plague us. They'll be there later for us to address in a different way. Once we're able to find our peace and calmness. And as we breathe through this, we can think about light and energy entering an intention for a world of compassion and empathy so that we can understand each other. Feel free to take a bigger inhalation if a thought comes through and let it go. Otherwise, just enjoy breathing normally and knowing that through these moments, all will be okay. We are here for each other. And in some small, meaningful way, when you're here for yourself, that will flow through the rest of the day, the week, sometimes just the hour. Until we take our next breath again. Finding that peaceful stillness, allowing any of the murky, muddy waters to settle and dissipate at the bottom, then disappear, at least for now. Feel free to keep a warm, small smile as you release the rest of the muscles in your face, your neck, your head. Release through your shoulders, down through your heart chakra. As we allow the mind, or the spirit, or the soul, whatever you feel is closest to your belief, to be at ease, at peace. Think of allowing that all to go. Take one big breath in, hold it for a moment, and release. One just slightly bigger. And release on your own time. I'll let you take the last biggest one at your own pace. And as you see fit, feel free to open your eyes. That was it. That was 5 minutes. That was 5 minutes for you. That's 5 minutes that we can bring forward as we think about how to breathe through and connect with our mind, whatever that is for you, our mind, our soul, our spirit, and how we can bring that forward in the best way possible for ourselves and for those that we encounter. So I hope this helped in some way, shape, or fashion and gave you 5 minutes for yourself to feed the right wolf. Thank you again. Doing my best to keep this under 10 minutes, and we're at 9:40, so enjoy and feel free to share, come back to. Thank you again.